You know what you clicked on, so let's get into it. Thanks to Amal Keeler, Ronaldo Reeves, Ariel Fulton, Stinson Alley, Vidar Fredborg, Christian McDonald, DKJLS16, Excalibur DJ11, Matthew Irvin, and Mehal Sindhya for requesting a video on Shawn Michaels. And sorry if I butchered your name. Now, let's super kick things off with Michaels' very first match in the WWE. Shawn Michaels started training in 1984 and made his wrestling debut that same year. He teamed up with Marty Jannetty to form the Midnight Rockers in the NWA in 1985, and 2 years later, the two made it to WWE, known then as the WWF. However, they were actually fired 2 weeks after being hired due to a bar incident, and never made it onto WWE TV. But just a year later, in 1988, they got rehired by the WWE and finally had their first televised match in the company. It was June 18th, 1988, on an episode of Superstars of Wrestling. Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, now simply being named The Rockers, took on The Intruder and Iron Mike Sharp. Like most debut matches, this one was basically just a squash match and lasted for about 3 minutes. One interesting bit is that Michaels performed a rough elbow drop from the top rope towards the end of the match, which would later become one of his signature moves. In the end, the Rockers picked up the 3 count and Shawn Michaels was on his way to becoming a pro wrestling legend. So, as I'm sure you know, the Rockers didn't last forever. In late 1991, Shawn Michaels famously superkicked Marty Jannetty through a glass window and ended the tag team. From there, he went on to have an unbelievable singles career, won a plethora of championships, and had many classic feuds. In January of 1998, during the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, Michaels would injure his back and force him to retire after his match with Stone Cold at WrestleMania 14. He continued to make non-wrestling appearances in the WWE until 2002 when he had his first official match in the WWE since 1998. From there, Michaels had another amazing run in the WWE, having more classic matches and rivalries. However, in 2010, it was time for the Heartbreak Kid to go home. After failing to defeat The Undertaker at WrestleMania 25, Shawn Michaels challenged the Dead Man to a rematch the following WrestleMania with the stipulation that if Michaels lost, he would retire. Which gets us to Shawn Michaels' last match in WWE. WrestleMania 26, March 28, 2010. In the main event, Shawn Michaels wagers his career while The Undertaker wages his undefeated streak. One of them was coming to an end that night. Now, what can I say about this match that hasn't already been said? It's a classic, with some amazing moments, like the tombstone piledriver on the outside of the ring, or the moonsault through the announcer's table, and of course, the finish. After a chokeslam, Undertaker delivers a tombstone piledriver to put Michaels away, and he still kicks out. And despite having to grab onto the Undertaker to get to his feet, Shawn Michaels looks at the Undertaker right in the eyes and slaps him across the face, not giving in, even though the odds are against him. Despite this, Michaels still lost, and that was the last time we would see HBK in the squared circle. In wrestling, retirement usually doesn't last forever, but Shawn Michaels has stayed true to his wager and hasn't wrestled since. While rumors circulate that Michaels is returning for one more match, none of them have been true. But who knows? Maybe the showstopper will lace up his boots once again for another rodeo. Thanks again to all of these fine fellows for requesting I do this episode. As always, you can leave any requests in the comments, and if you want to see another Legend's first and last matches, check out the Bell to Bell on Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm Zach, and thanks for watching.